I'm editor Joslyn Weber with the Prowler here with head varsity softball coach Peyton Dean. Coach Dean, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. So you guys are third seed in the region, and you've played last night, you've had those games, you won both of them, and so now you're advancing to the second round. What's it taken so far, like past year, this whole season, what's it taken for you guys to get here?
Just a lot of growth. This team is not the same team as we were when we first stepped on the field at the beginning. We bought into a lot of things, and I think that showed last night. Is some of the things that we've hounded over the last couple weeks at practice was the reason we were able to get past Locust Grove last night and win 2.
Right. And I've also noticed that Lathams, she made a really nice big home run last night. So what does that show for the improvements that's been made over the year?
So Sarah's been, with us since as an 8th grader. And one of the things we've been kind of teaching and kind of getting through to her this year is just 80%. Let her provide the power. You have the strength. Just let the bat and the ball do the work. And she's kind of bought into that, and that's what she, not trying to hit it 500 feet, just make contact and be strong enough. And that's what happened last night. And, she took that approach to the plate and let it happen. And when you try to hit line drive through the fence, a lot of times they'll end up over the fence.
Got it. And you think the rest of the team has taken that into account as well, what they're hitting?
Yeah, as long as they're just doing your job. Right. We were, a lot better on bunts last night, a lot better of everything on the base pass, and, being a lot aware of the little things.
Yeah, that makes sense. And also, we didn't play in the tournament this year. We just was pointed in the region so far. So do you think that helped with these games so far, or do you think it didn't help?
There's pros and cons both sides. Definitely a pro would have been to see the real good pitching that we have in our region to going into state playoffs. But cons girls were able to rest and come out, after a week of just nothing but practice and be able to recover. And so, there's a lot of list of pros and cons, but it worked out, ultimately I think in our favor.
Right, that makes sense. And we've also noticed that Jackson County is a 4 seed and they've beat a 1 seed. So what are you looking for in that matchup when it comes to playing them?
What's in their lineup? And a lot of time is, what's their pitching too. We've got a stud pitcher, what made them be a 4 just like us. They're in a very quality region. And so, where their big bats are, they're going to have to be able to have long balls or something somewhere that has them a 4 seed upset and a 1 seed.
Okay. Do you think we're in a similar position as them in terms of where we are in the seed?
Yeah, and I think our regions are pretty similar that, you can't look at it as a 3 seed or a 4 seed. They're all good teams. Yeah. It's not like some regions where you have 1 and 2 and then 3 or 4 falls off.
Right.
So everybody's quality teams at this point.
Yeah. And for the these upcoming games, you're looking at who's playing, and you've noticed that you've got a lot of seniors, a few seniors on these teams. What's it going to be like next year when you're in the same position playing these region games? How do you fill that gap that's left? We
try to get as much experience as we can right now, but we got to worry about now, and we'll worry about that later with 7. But you got to let these seniors, they've gotten you here to this point over many years, and let them ride it out at this point.
Do you think the seniors have a really big impact on the team and what you do as a team together? Yeah,
because these girls have been together as a core ever since 8th grade. Right. And there's been a few, have come and gone since then, but they've come in as a pack and, they've embraced what it means to be Starsmill softball.
Do you think that your team motto, Less, kind of goes in with that teamwork and being together as a team?
Yeah, 100%. And that's what I think we did last night was so good is we limited our errors, we executed what we did, and we were selfless. There's a lot of people who, might be leading us in batting average right now who got a sack bunt down last night because that's what it needed in the playoffs, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me interview you about the team.
You're welcome.
Be sure to check us out on theprowlernews.org and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at SMHS Prowler.